Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to Northern Europe and the lovely scene here for Hansa Teutonica, the big box version. Hansa Teutonica is a game, I guess, developed by Andreas Steding, which recreates the Hanseatic League that existed in medieval Germany, what was then the Holy Roman Empire, but was what we call Germany today, along the Baltic Sea. This was a trade network where these individuals had a lot of power in the mayors or governors or whatever the title was of the people that controlled the cities, had a lot of power and made a lot of money. So in this game, 3 to 5 players are going to be competing to develop the most lucrative routes in cities in Germany, and then profit by means of points, of course. We're not trying to earn money, just points. Now, you will notice, if you're an eagle-eyed viewer, that this says 2 to 3. This is actually the older version of the Hansa Teutonica board, which that's literally the only difference, is the addition of the number 2 there. Other than that, it's the same board. Hansa Teutonica is not a 2-player game. Certainly not the base game, and I'll explain why as we play, and especially at the end of the game. But for now, just take my word for it, that it's not a great 2-player game. I've heard the Britain expansion is quite good. I've never played with it, and I'm hoping that the second time I play this game with my wife, we try that out, and it's an amazing experience. But I'll say that the base board for 2 players is not great. But it is great for 3 to 5 players, and today we're going to be playing a 3-player game. The big box is a reprint of the original game, which also includes all of the expansions, which include the East expansion. This takes you to the far eastern parts of the Hanseatic League, which included cities like Novgorod, which is one of my favorite cities to visit in Russia. There's the Britannia expansion, which takes you to the UK, or Great Britain at that point. And last but not least, there are these 2 extra things, these Emperor's Favors, which gives you a permanent benefit for the rest of the game, or secret missions that can give you extra points. We're not going to be playing with any of the expansion materials, we're just going to be playing with the base game materials. On each turn, a player takes a number of actions, and then play goes to the next player. This is the quintessential area control game. It's not a worker placement. I mean, technically you're placing workers, but it's an area control game. That's what it is at the heart. So, on every turn, you have your choice of 5 actions, and you can take up to 2 of them in the beginning of the game. Later on in the game, you'll be able to unlock additional actions as your board becomes more powerful. Here are those 5 actions very quickly. Number 1, collect income, or the bag action. This lets you take 3, 5, 7, or all, cuncti, which is Latin for all, of your traders and merchants from your stock and put them into your supply. Second, you can place a trader or merchant on any open space on the board. Any of the root spaces, not the offices. Second, you can kick somebody else out of a space. Like, if you're on a space that I want, I can place my cube there and sacrifice one other by putting it back into the stock. And you, my gentle viewer, at that point would then get to place your 2 cubes that you've just earned on any adjacent route. And we'll talk more about that and explain it exactly when we play. You can move up to 5, starts with 2, traders or merchants from anywhere on the board to anywhere else on the board, as long as it's not occupied by someone else. You can't use it to displace people. And last but certainly not least, because it's arguably the most important action, you can claim a trade route. When you have all the spaces between any 2 cities, like Hildesheim and Paderborn here, you then get to claim the root. And that's going to be a bit more intricate, and we'll talk about that when the first opportunity comes. The game ends when one of three things happens. Unlike most other games, the game just stops. No one gets any extra turns. If you're in the middle of an action, which will happen in one specific circumstance only, you get to finish your action, but then that's it. Here are the three conditions helpfully given to you in black for two of them. One player earns 20 points. Or more, but 20 points is what triggers it. Between all the players, you close off 10 cities. No one else can go there. Or you have to draw a bonus marker to replace one that you've taken, and you can't because it's empty. That's it. That's what ends the game. I'm going to take a quick drink of water, and then I'll get started. Watery. Right. So red was randomly considered first player. By randoming, I mean I just picked it. First player will never change, so there's no marker for it. The only thing that matters at the beginning of the game, the other two players get more cubes in their supply. So red's got 5 cubes in a merchant, blue has 6 cubes in a merchant, and yellow has 7 cubes in a merchant. So, where does red want to start building his empire? One of the most important things you can do in this game to succeed is improve your action economy by getting more actions. To do that, you'd have to claim this route between Göttingen and Quedlinburg. So red wants to get in on the ground floor, and he's going to go a 1, a 2. He took 2 actions, 1 to place a cube, 2 to place a second cube. His turn is now complete. Now, one of the things that's brilliant about Hansa Teutonica is that everything is open. I can very quickly read the board and see what the other players are trying to do, and I can determine, do I want to get in their way or do I want to do my own thing? I think blue. So blue could get in red's way. And there's a benefit to that. There's definitely a reason that we would want to do that. But does blue have a better strategy in mind? So one of the things I didn't mention, but it's important, is if you can connect Arnheim to Stendal, and you're the first person to do it, that's worth 7 points. That is a mind-bogglingly huge number of points if you can manage it. And right now, blue has no competition doing that. Or maybe blue wants to get involved in Minden, but the thing is there's not a lot of incentive to claim the routes around Minden unless you're just trying to build the route from Stendal to Arnheim. Is blue willing to sacrifice making his board more powerful for the purposes of getting 7 points? Which is, again, a lot of freaking points. I think he does. I think he's going to go that route. So blue's going to go 1 and 2. Please note you can place cubes anywhere your heart desires, so they don't have to be adjacent to anything else. Yellow now. Yellow's got a better plan. An interesting plan. Maybe it's not an interesting plan, but it is a plan. Yellow is going to get in the way of red, but he's going to make sure that he can really capitalize on that by placing his second cube over here. And I'll explain why when red takes his turn. So red is like, curse you, yellow. I was going to claim that route. How dare you? I'm going to kick you out. So first, red takes one of his cubes And yellow gets this cube back right over here. I'll explain why in a second. So that's the first part of the action. Red then turns supply to stock to pay for kicking him out. And yellow takes stock to supply. Now, before red does anything else on his turn, yellow can place these two cubes in any adjacent route. He could go Quedlinburg to Halle, Quedlinburg to Goslar, or one of each. He's going to go Quedlinburg to Halle. And now on his turn, yellow could then place a cube and claim this route. So, that was red's first action, was to place the cube. Very important to counter actions, by the way. It's easy to lose track, especially when you're playing 3 players by yourself. Action number 2 is going to be to claim this route. So claiming a route involves 3 steps. So first, I say, I claim the route. Because I'm claiming the route, if anyone had an office in Göttingen or Quedlinburg, they would get a point. But no one has that, so we skip step 1. Step 2. We take a bonus token. Well, I can't take a bonus token because there's no bonus to take. That's done. Now I make a decision here. I can either improve my action economy, or I can take an office, which means that future people who claim this route, and this is going to be a very popular route, are going to have to give me points, basically. I earn points. So I'm going to do that. So I take one of my red cubes, doesn't matter which one, and I put it into Göttingen. This is now mine for the end of time. I take my remaining cubes. Thank you. And I put them into my stock. And we are now done. So red is the first person to claim a route. The next person to come here is going to have to pay in the firm terms of me earning a point. Blue is going to take 2 more cubes and count himself lucky that no one tried to obstruct his progress. Blue is done. Yellow places a cube. And then yellow is going to claim the route, just like red did. Step 1. Does anyone get any points? No. Step 2. Is there a bonus marker? Also no. Step 3. Does he want the benefit, or does he want the office? This route is not likely to be too popular unless yellow makes it popular by going back here again and again. He can't go into Quedlinburg because he didn't use a merchant, and he doesn't have orange or purple privilege. You start the game with the premium privilege, which is white. So he has the white privilege. He can only go into the first space in Halle, which is, let's not miss this, it's worth a point. That's what that little 1 there means. He gets a point immediately. Or he can improve his keys. Now the keys mean that his largest route at the end of the game will earn him 2 points per office, which could be pretty lucrative. If yellow then devotes the rest of his game, his strategy becomes gimme, 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 lots and lots of a very long route. He will go ahead and claim the route, and he's going to go ahead and take the improvement, just so I can show you what it does. This all goes into stock, not all but one, all of it. But then, because Halle's got the yellow border, he takes this cube and puts it in his supply. So now it's 2 points per city at the end of the game. So his long-term strategy is going to be building a nice, long-reaching network, because that's going to earn him the most points. Done. Back to red. Red wants to start on the path to getting an action here. But he also wants to get into Quedlinburg, because then he can start building his own network. So I think his first action is going to be to claim his 3 cubes. 2, 3. And his second action is he's going to come up here to Stade and start establishing there. And then he only gets to place 1 cube because he only had 2 actions, and he already took his first. So blue is up. Blue is going to claim this route. He can only go to Stendhal in the first base. You always go left or right. You can't just randomly pick another one. So he goes here. No one gets any points, no bonus markers. And these all go back. And then blue realizes that he can't expand his route until he gets orange privilege. So blue's going to use a second cube to come up here. Which means that red might very well have to change his strategy. Yellow has a lot of incentive to just build the biggest possible route. But yellow also has an incentive to get more actions, especially because no one else is mining that route. So he's going to go 1, 2. Back to red. How badly does red want this route? Or does red want to change his tactic and go elsewhere? He needs to get into Quedlinburg to start expanding his dealie, his network. So he's going to spend 1 to go up there. And his second action, he's kicking blue out. So again, blue comes back here. 1 out of his stock. Wants some supply 2 stock. And 1 over here. Wait, no. Yes, that's what he'll do. Blue next to place 2 cubes in an adjacent route. He's got lots of places to go. He's going to go to Lübeck. So he can start improving his bag economy. And then, sorry, unclick, you there. He could also do 1 on each, but that's not what he's interested in. He wants to go there. Okay, it is now blue's turn. Action 1, and then he's going to claim the route. He wants to improve his bag action. So all this comes back. And that goes into his personal supply. Blue's turn is done. Now yellow. Action 1. Place cube. Action 2. Claim route. For the first time, someone gets a point. Red controls this route. Red gets the first point of the game. Congratulations, Team Red. Yellow cannot legally claim an office on Göttingen or Quedlinburg because they don't have the right privilege yet. So all their cubes are removed, put into stock, and he's going to improve his actions. He then immediately gets to take his new bonus action. And so his third action is going to be... I think he's going to start working on the route between Halle and Quedlinburg. No, he's not. Because that's a dead end if red goes to Quedlinburg. He won't be able to place in Quedlinburg for a very long time. He doesn't want to get stuck. I think he's going to go to Osnabrück so he can claim this lovely bonus marker. Which is quite spicy. So he's going to use his third cube to come over here between Osnabrück and Bremen. Done. Red. Action 1. Claim the route. He wants that privilege, yo. No points, no markers. Yes, privilege. And then for his second action, he's going to start in Göttingen here. No, he's not. Just kidding. He's going to use this instead. It's both harder to supplant him, and second, he wants to go into Quedlinburg. so that he can start building up his network. So, that's it for red. Blue. If blue wants to go from Stendhal to Brunswick, blue's going to need to get some privilege. So he's going to spend 1 and 2. Why not? It makes it harder to kick him out. He could also use it to build a route in Stade, but he really wants to work on this route here. That's blue's objective. Yellow. I think yellow just goes 1, 2, 3 to claim. So, no points. Yes, bonus marker. This bonus marker lets you move 3 of your opponent's pieces anywhere you want to without counting it as displacing them. Which is pretty great. It goes on his little dinner plate here. So we now have to go ahead and claim a replacement. And here are the rules of replacement. Number 1, it cannot be someone that already has a bonus marker. Duh. 2, no one can have anything on the route yet. Finally, there must be an open office on either side of the route. Yellow is going to place it Yellow wants to place somewhere that he's going to go in the near future so that no one can get there first. He's going to put it right here. Now this gives him 1 skill for free. That's a pretty powerful bonus. And then, of course, he gets to claim a route, and he's going to go into Osnabrück. And the rest of the cubes come home. Okay, so action 1 was to place the route and claim it. 1 to place a cube. 2 to complete the route. He now has a 3rd action to take. He can't legally claim the route in Kampen because he doesn't have the privilege to do it. That's annoying. His 3rd action for now is going to be to go ahead and get some income. And he'll have to think about what he wants to do for his next turn. Okay, it's red's turn. Action 1 and action 2. Done. Blue is bone dry. He's going to take 5 cubes. And then he's going to come up here. Yellow's turn. There's certainly no law that says he can't go ahead and put his cubes down and then claim it later. Or he can be a real jerk. And I think he will be a real jerk. He's going to go ahead and cash in his bonus marker. What this means is it means he gets to relocate 3 places anywhere he wants to. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then that was not his action. This is his actions. 1, 2, 3. That's not worth points for him at the end of the game, too, by the way. That was yellow's turn, and blue's probably getting ready to, like, stab him in the throat. But oh well. Red is going to put down another cube. He really sees what yellow's doing with 3 actions. He wants to get in on that game. But he also wants to claim Quedlinburg, but no one else has orange privilege yet, so that's not a rush. So he's going to go ahead and claim the root. Someone gets a point, aka red. These all get removed. And he unlocks his 3rd action. So it's 1 to place the cube, 2 to claim the root. Now he's got a 3rd action. He's going to start doing it again. No, he's not. He's going to take his merchant and 2 other traders back. Done. Blue. By the way, it's easy to lose track of how many actions you spent. I apologize if I get anything wrong, but I'm just not going to spend a huge amount of time worrying about that. If I make a goof, you can let me know in the comments, and I would appreciate that a lot. Blue's a little bit irritated. Blue really wanted that bonus to the privilege. But maybe Blue wants to get in on the 3 actions game. Because he's always got the move. Oh. If he improves his move action, that would be very spicy indeed. So Blue's going to come all the way up here to Groningen. That's 1. And that's 2. Yellow is going to... Does yellow want to earn points when everyone else comes here to improve their privilege, or does yellow want to improve their privilege? Yellow wants to improve their privilege. So, no one has any points, no bonuses. Kick it off the board to claim the root. And now yellow has orange privilege. And then we're going to go action 2 and action 3. Done. Red has 3 actions and a whole mess of cubes. That's a good situation to be in. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Done. Blue is going to go 1. He's going to claim the root. No points. No markers. 2. Oh, no, sorry. That was the end of his 2nd action. 1 to place a cube, 2 to claim the root. So he now has an extra merchant, which is pretty spicy. But even more importantly... he can now move 3 units as part of 1 movement action, which is pretty great. Yellow. Yellow ain't got no cubes. So number 1 is going to be real easy, which is going to be 3 cubes. 2, he's going to claim this root. No, he's not. Just kidding. I have to do the steps in the proper order. So by claiming this root, yellow gets a point. He's going to slide this into Campen. Then this goes back into his stock. This is action 2. He then gets to claim the bonus marker, which he's going to use right away. And he's going to improve his keys. For the simple fact that he's going to want to build a big network, and that's going to benefit him the most. He now gets still 2 points, but next time he does, he'll get 3. He still gets 1 more action, but he first has to place out a new marker, which is 3 bonus actions. That's pretty spicy. He's going to place it right here. No, game. Game. Okay. That was 1 action to fill up his... get some supply. 2 to claim the root. 3... starting on there. Alright. Red is up next. Red is going to claim this root. He gets a point. You move into Quedlinburg. You two go back. Now, anyone that uses this route is going to give red 2 points. And then... still 2 actions left. He's going to start working over here. 2 and 3? Or does he want to go improve his bag action? No, I think he's good with this. He wants to get his network started properly. Now it is Blue's turn. I almost skipped Blue. Yikes. Everyone else has 3 actions a turn. Why shouldn't he? Okay. Move. He's going to take the move action. The Liber Sophiae, which means Book of Wisdom. He's going to grab these 3 cubes. He's going to go 1, 2, and 3. Because he's moving existing cubes, he's fine. That doesn't actually cost him anything. He does also want to go to Brunswick, though, so that he can start working on this route. Change of plans. He's going to come up here instead. And then he's going to claim the route for his second action. So these all get discarded, and he now has the orange privilege too. Done for blue. Now it's yellow's turn. Yellow is going to go a 1-2. Three to claim the route, which will get him a point. And then he does get this bonus token. By the way, I love that this is a thing, by the way, that it reminds you very clearly to place on a route. Oh, is this the same one? The one that lets you relocate 3 people? Yeah. He's going to go there. He could take 3 more actions right now. But I think he's going to save it. Alright, back to red. Red is feeling very poor in terms of actions. In terms of cube drop. But he's going to take 1 cube to go here. Collect 3 from his bag. That's his second action. And then his third action is to go here. Blue's turn. Blue is gonna go 1, 2. Yellow's turn. Yellow could start immediately trying to take this route too. They're eventually going to notice he's hogging all the bonus markers, and they'll probably sell out to stop him at some point. And he can't claim it this turn, no matter what he does. So that's something interesting for red and blue to consider. So action 1, cubes. Action 2. Action 3. And then red is going to claim this route for its first action. You go here. You go away. Red gets a point because he already controlled Quedlinburg. Now red still has 2 more actions, right? He's going to go 2. And then 3. Okay, it is blue's turn. Blue's going to collect 1 merchant and 4 cubes. Thank you very much. That's his first action. He only gets 1 other action. And he's going to keep working on his route to Brunswick. Done. Yellow. Now, yellow has an issue here. Yellow needs to take income, because without a merchant, he can't claim Munster. So he's going to first do a bag action, get a merchant and 2 traders. Second action, he's going to kick off red here. And you get a cube from your supply. Yellow loses a cube. Red immediately gets to go to 2 adjacent spots if he so chooses. He's going to go the route to Munster. Done. So how many actions has yellow taken? It was 1 to displace. No, 1 to take, 1 to gather income, 2 to displace, 3 to claim the route. So he's going to go that. He gets to take a point for Arnheim. These 2 cubes go away. Yellow then gets to take the bonus token. And a new one comes out. It's another free action improvement. Where does he want to put this? Now, he might want to put it on the route between Brunswick and Minden for a very important reason. It's where blue's going to want to go next. If he wants to stop blue from getting there first, or could use it as an incentive to draw someone else away from it. That would be interesting. But he also really, really wants this. Like, this is objectively a great thing. So I think he's going to put it... He's going to put it up here. Because he's going to hope that no one else cares about it. No, that's not true. He'll put it here. That's fine. Okay. So action 1 was to displace. Action 2 was to claim the route. He's got 1 action left. And he's going to go here. Done. Red. Red is probably tired of always needing to get more stuff, but Red also needs more merchants if he's ever going to truly expand there. No. Okay. Action 1. Red takes the move action. Action 2. Red claims the route. So this goes here. Red gets a point. These go away. Remember, we're on action 2 now. He gets his bonus marker. This one lets you move to the left of an office. So basically, you can add an extra space, which can be useful for certain purposes. Oh, I never gave us a city completed when we put Cuban Goslar. Sorry. I'm sure somebody else probably already noticed that. Probably made a comment about it, but my apologies. Red really wants to incentivize people to come over here and give him points. So he's going to put it over here. Game, here we go, we'll put it here. There we go. So that was 1 action to move, 2 actions to claim, 3 actions to get some income. Done. Blue is going to go 1, then claim the route. So this is going to slide into here, giving him a point, his first point of the game. There are no bonus tokens or any other benefits, and he also completes the second city. Done. Okay. Yellow's turn. Yellow's just going to keep on trucking, right? 1, 2, claim the route. And that's going to earn him a point. Done. Now, Yellow's got a problem. Yellow cannot go to Stendhal through Brunswick unless he had the right token, which he doesn't. Yeah, neither of those really helps him. So he's basically going to have to go around, like go through Hanover, for instance, or something like that. But Yellow's turn is done for now. It is now Red's turn. Red... Why shouldn't Red be the beneficiary of this? Red could be the beneficiary of this. That's actually way better. That's one of the best bonus tiles in the game. It is worth selling out hardcore to grab it. 1, 2, 3. Done. Blue is very intelligent. Blue's going to go, I want to wet my beak. I'm going to block you, because I know you want this badly. And then blue does get another action, so blue is going to go here. Done. Yellow. Well, his first action is going to be an easy one. He's going to get his cubes back. Yellow is actually going to come down here. 2, 3. He wants to get another action. He knows it's going to cost him points. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, that's what he wants to do. Okay, done. Back to Red. He's got to take some income first. It's too good. It's too good to pass up. Where is it? Or is continuing his network more valuable? Or does he want to get another merchant? Or does he want to improve his privilege or his bag? Is it worth spending 3 cubes just for a bonus marker? Because otherwise it only gets him 1 point. Although, people are going to come back for these actions, so it's not a terrible idea to get something in Hamburg. But it costs him all of his cubes, is the problem. Which is the third action would have to be another bat. No, the third action would be claiming the root. Yeah, he's gonna do it. It's not ideal, but he's gonna do it. So he's gonna kick off the merchant. That gets a blue 2 from the general supply, or from his stock, and red has sacrificed 2, because the merchants are harder to kick out. And then he immediately gets to place 3 in an adjacent route. Why not improve the bag economy? Blue says. I've got 3 cubes I can use to do exactly that. Okay, red's third action is going to claim the route. No one gets any points. So he's just going to... So the next thing happens is he gets the bonus marker. He gets to put out a new one. Which is 3 bonus actions. He kind of wants people to come over here to give him points. So he's going to put it there. This slides here. And these come home. And that is his 3 actions. Does blue take the free point? Or... Oh, that would be actually way better. Yeah, he's going to go, just kidding. Action 1, move. And then action 2, he's going to claim the route. Yellow and blue both get a point. This goes here. And these come home. Blue's really using the move action to great effect, which is one that players often overlook. And then he's going to need... yeah, he should be able to complete this route first. Alright, yellow. Oh, yellow's going to come here. That's 1 action. 2 to claim the route. That's 2 points for red. These all get removed. He gets the bonus token. Ooh, it's 4 bonus actions. Neat. He's going to put it right here. All right. That was 2 actions. It was 1 to place the cube, 2 to claim the route, 3 to take some income. He could move 3 people. That would be pretty interesting. Oh, but there's not really 3 people to move. No one else has anyone on a route yet. So he's going to go and cash in his 3 bonus actions route. Oh wait, I claimed this route and then I didn't do anything with it. Here we go. Sorry. Where does he want to put his 3 extra cubes? He's going to go to Hollet. He wants to really improve his points for his connected network, which is already 5 cities, which is pretty lucrative. So he's going to go with his bonus action. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Nope. You here. You here. Done. Red's turn. Oh, Red didn't use this. Red is going to go ahead and improve his bag action. Which he will then take for 5 additional cubes. Still got 2 actions left. What does Red want to do next? I think Red wants to improve his actions too. Potentially. Or Red could start working on his bag actions. That's actually really smart now that I think about it. So actions 2 and 3 are going to be to come way up here. And put those cubes out. Blue. Blue's the only person that only has 2 actions, but it seems to be going well for him, in all honesty. Blue's going to go ahead and go 1 and then 2. I guess I could have gone on this route too. It doesn't really matter though. Alright, it is Yellow's turn. Action 1. Claim the route. Red gets a point. Does he want to take Hollet or does he want to improve his keys? He wants to improve his keys. One thing I haven't mentioned, if you get to the end of any tracks but the keys, it's worth 4 points. Okay, so that was 1 action. No, it was 2 actions, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 2. 1 to place the cube, 2 to claim the route. Yes. 3 to block blue. And be irritating. And then, at the end of the game, when you do end of the game scoring, does it matter if you've used the bonus action or not? Yep, doesn't matter. Cool. He's going to save this. There's a really good reason to use it later on. But for right now, he doesn't really care. We'll have 2 cities complete, right? Yep. Great. That's it for Yellow's turn. It is now Red's turn. Red is going to go 1. 2 to claim the root, another point for red. And then where does he want to go for 3? Probably start working on this route. No, I've got a cunning plan. I need to improve this so I can get another merchant, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing with that merchant a bit later. Blue. Well, blue ain't got no cubes, and he can't claim. He could move, but he's going to go ahead and do this. And then, with his last cube, he's going to go ahead and come here. The reason being, he eventually needs to claim Munster and Arnheim to get the full 7-point bonus. So he's fine with hedging his bets. Okay, yellow. You have no root to claim, and you don't have any cube. You have 1 cube to move, which is silly. So he's going to go 3. He wants a 4th action, so he's going to go 2, 3. What is red going to do? He's going to do 2. Oh, sorry, 1, 2. Claim the root, no points, no discs. Improve the Book of Wisdom. That's his turn. Here's what he's thinking. If he claims this route between Coellen and Varberg, he can, and he gets the right level of privilege, he can get 11 points at the end of the game. That could be the difference between winning and losing. And that's kind of where he's sort of looking long term. Red's turn is done. Next, it's blue. Blue's going to go 1, 2. He's going to make yellow sweat. He's not going to give him the free cubes for nothing. Yellow. 1 cube. Claim the root. 2 points for red. All come home. He now has 4 actions a turn. So that was 2 actions of his 4 taken already. Action 3. And then action 4 is he's going to start working on his bag. Because right now with 4 actions, that's great and all, but he's not going to get the maximum benefit out of it if he has to keep going back for like 3 cubes at a time. So that's his reasoning there. All right, red. We're going to go 1. I get 7 cubes back. Two. And 3. Blue is going to claim the route from Minden to Munster. Only blue gets the point here because blue's farther to the right. So that's 1 point for blue and 1 point for yellow. That was action 1. Then action 2 might as well. He's going to kick out yellow. And then yellow gets to place 2 on an adjacent route. He's going to go Arnheim to Duisburg. But that's actually not a bad route in terms of scoring points for him. Because remember, his strategy is going to be to get a nice big network. So that's going to be really helpful to him. And that's the end of blue's turn. Now yellow goes next. 2 cubes here. Another point for red when he claims the root. So there's actually action 3s to claim the root. His 4th action is going to be placing another cube here. Done. Red's turn. So red's going to go 1. 2 to claim the root. He gets a point. And then I think he's going to go up through Minden so that he can eventually take Arnheim. But he needs more privilege for that. So I think it said he's just going to go 3. He's also going to want to upgrade his keys at some point so that he can take advantage of the fairly long route that he's building. Okay, blue, step 1, claim the root. And then all of a sudden, jazz music stops for a second here. All right, so yellow was there first, so that's another point for blue and for yellow. However, blue has now completed the route from Arnheim to Stendal. He takes this, and he gets 7 points because he's the first one to do it. Okay, that was just his first action, was claiming the root. His second action is to go ahead and take 5 income. Done. Okay, yellow is going to cash in this bonus marker now before he starts his turn. And he's going to go... Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't think he can do that. When it says ignore the requirements, let me make sure of that he can switch and put a non-merchant there. You can. Great. So he's going to swap these two. All right. Now he's going to claim the root for his first action. He's going to go here to Duisburg. This counts as another completed city, by the way. Oh, and Munster's also completed. So that goes there. These come home. And now yellow gets the point and not blue. Let's do a quick pause to make sure that I've counted all the cities that have been completed. So Goslar is 1, Brunswick is 2, Munster is 3, Duisburg is 4. Okay, it is 4. Great. So that was just action 1, was him claiming the root. Now, what's his most efficient route to being the second person to Stendal, which is still worth 4 points? That's not nothing. But maybe he's better off doing things a different way. So his first action was to claim the root. Second action is to get 5 income. Just max out his keys, I guess. 3, 4. All right, red's turn. What does red want to do with his turn? Red's got a decent sized network. Oh, I know what we're going to do. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I have a plan. 1, 2. Claim the root. If I can. Oh, it's orange, which I can. Great. So we're going to go claim the root. That's going to be worth 2 points. 1, 2. 1 for the space and 1 for the fact I already claimed Paderborn. So it's 1, 2, plus claim the root. That's his 3 actions. So P is done now. Blue. Now, blue's in a bit of a pickle. Blue's entire strategy was complete this route, which they did. But now they're really far behind on developing their actual power. Which is not ideal. I think he needs a 3rd action if he's going to have any chance at eventually winning this game. But he's got a sneaky way to do it. He's going to go 1, 2. Oh, this is going to prove to be stupid here in just a second. Because then yellow's like, oh no, what do I do? Oh yeah, right. I do that. So he's going to kick these. He doesn't really care where. You can have 1 over there. And we'll put 1 over there just for funsies. Then he goes action 1. Action 2. Claim root. Red gets a point. All the cubes come home. Max keys have been unlocked. So that was 3 actions. Because it was cube, action. He needs to get to Bremen before anyone else can. If he doesn't, he's not going to have a route to get to Stendal and get the bonus points. Maybe he doesn't need that. Let's see here. He's going to have to go Hanover to Lüneburg to Breierberg, Perleberg to Stendal. So that's what he's going to do. With his last action, he's going to put a cube right over here. Done. Red. If I go to that space, do I have to have the merchant on the route? No, that's all bonus stuff. Claim route. Okay, the merchant has to be on the route. That's what I was checking on. Okie dokie. So red's turn starts. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, back to blue. Blue is gonna go. Blue's gonna use a movement action. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3. So that was one book of wisdom action to move up to 3, but he only had 2. And his second action to place the third cube there. Yellow is now up. Yellow's going to place down a cube for 1. Take 5 cubes for 2. Place a third cube for 3. And claim the root for 4. That is going to get blue a point, though. Okay. Red needs income. He's going to get all 7 cubes back. That's 1. 2, and then 3 claim the root, which is going to earn him a point. And then he's going to place... Oh, shit. I didn't plan this well. It's only going to be worth 8 points. Because I can't put it in 11 until I have the black privilege, which I don't have. I only have the pink privilege. Okay, let's 1 to do that, 1 to place a cube. And then I'm going to not claim the root yet. Instead, my third action is going to be over here. Done. Now this is like a giant bright red warning sign that I want this so that I can improve this. I kind of tipped my hand a bit here. It would be stupid for a player not to get in the way, which they almost certainly will. So blue is going to claim this root for 2 points for red. 1, 2. Gets an action. Then he's going to go 2, 3. Yellow. Yellow doesn't really have an interest in ending the game just yet. Yellow really wants to finish claiming. But he's in an awkward position. He needs to go over here to the Book of Wisdom. So it's going to be 3 cubes to place their cubes. Then 1 to claim the root. And to get the Book of Wisdom. Because he needs the merchant if he's going to take Luneburg. So that's his entire turn. Now it's red. Red is instead going to go 1, 2, 3. Because he also wants to start improving his keys. He's got a pretty good network. He wants to get the value out of that. Blue, just to be a jerk, is going to go 1. And then blue is going to claim 5 cubes for a second action. Oh, and he's got 1 more. Great. He's going to supplant red. Just kidding. I'm going to do this instead when I claim the unit. I'm going to supplant him with this merchant. Red gets that and another cube. I lose a cube to the supply. He's going to claim this. So red's going to get a point. But blue gets the bonus marker. And then This comes out. It doesn't really matter where this is going to go. I'll just put it on this tavern space just because I'm lazy. Blue's going to cash this in right now. So he can take 3 more actions. Where does blue want to go? Oh, blue didn't get his point, did he? No, blue gets a point because of it being Stade. Okay. Where would blue most like to go? If he had his druthers. Because he got 3 more actions to spend. He could theoretically claim a route. It was only 2 spaces. We'll put it here, I guess. I'm going to be honest with you, blue's going to lose this game. I don't know if yellow or red's going to win, but I know blue's going to lose. And I'll talk about why that happened later on. So that's blue's turn done. Now yellow is up. So first, income. Then 1, 2, 3 up here. Done. Red. Oh, red never got his adjacent units. Oh, whoopsie. I guess I'll improve. I guess I'll go over here. Sorry about that, friends. That's a pretty big goof. Not that it really matters at the end of the day though. All right. Red has a problem where they don't have any cubes. I have 1. And if they claim either of these routes, they're going to end the game. So the question is, what would give him the most points? And this is actually a pretty easy choice. It's either he gets 8 points or he gets 4 points. Because the game is just going to end. He could just choose not to claim a route, but that would be dumb. And he basically would just be like letting the other players benefit. Although he'd really like to complete this route, but he legally can't because he didn't have cubes. And you can't just randomly take cubes off the map. That's not how that works. Yeah, he's going to claim this route and end the game. So he gets 1 point for claiming the route, which is his. Can only put it on the 8. And that comes off the board. And the game stops. So now we do final scoring. And I have a feeling that yellow won this game by a pretty massive margin. But we'll find out. So, first of all. We already did this part. So next, fully developed abilities. Nope. 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 That was easy. Prestige points for total bonus markers collected. So red got 1, which is worth 1 point. Blue got 1, which is worth 1 point. Yellow got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is 5 worth again? 6. So yellow jumps from 8 to 14. Next, the special prestige points for the route from Coelen or Curln. Cologne is what it's also called, but Coelen is the Latin name of it. That's going to be 8 points for red. So that goes 21 to 29. Okay. So the most trading posts per city is worth 2 points each. If there's a tie, I believe it goes based on whoever is farthest to the right. Okay. So let's start. For yellow, Kampen, Arnheim, that's 4 points. Duisburg is 6 points. And Hanover is 7 points. 8 points, sorry. Let's look at blue. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 points for blue. And then red has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14. So that's 29 and 14 is going to be 43. Last, we get the largest network of trading posts. And this is very, very important because this is when the keys matter. So we're going to start with red. So it's going to be worth 1 point for each city in its largest network. It's 1 point per trading post. So if you had more than one trading post at a point, you'd get 2 points. But here, so his largest network is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 more points for red. That's 43 and 6 is 49. Blue. Blue's largest network is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 points for blue. Here's where I think yellow obliterates everyone. It's 4 points for every city in his network. 1. Now, for the network purposes, it doesn't matter where they are. Like, it doesn't matter whether their trading post is, like, dominant or anything. So as long as it's something you have a thing in. Let me make sure that's accurate. Yep, at least one trading post. So it doesn't matter where they are. So yellow's is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because it doesn't matter if they're all in like one line, as long as they're adjacent to at least... Oh, but you can't use a trading post twice to mark that off. So it's going to be 6. I don't get to count Duisburg or Kampen, and I want to count Kampen so I can move on to Osnabrück. Because you can't count a trading post. Wait, or is that right? Of course, the trading post name of you can only be added to your network once. Yeah. So if I had 2 trading posts in Arnheim, then I could use it to take Duisburg too. But I didn't. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4 is 24. And that's going to bring them all the way up to 44. Interesting. I did not expect red to have won this game, but red won the game. And that's that, amigos. Or perhaps I should say Freundin. Red won the game. I hope you appreciate, or understood rather, that I was going for 3 different strategies deliberately. Red's was just to get a decent sized network. but to unlock a lot of stuff on his board. Blue's was to complete the route from Stendal to Arnheim, but do notice how badly far behind he was in a lot of ways by not breaking off of that to improve his board. And then Yellow's was just action economy. And Yellow had a decent sized route, and it came real close at the end of the game. Because remember, Red only won by 4 points, or 5 points. Because it's 44 to 49. If Yellow takes 2 more cities, they win. If Red is able to complete Halle again, they win. So Red's big strategy was to mine this route, and boy did it pay off. They wanted to incentivize people to come get more actions, and that's what happened. Yellow did really well with the bonus markers, too, though. Let's not discount that. But yeah, Blue ended up last, as I kind of suspected they would. I've always had the sense that 7 points isn't really a big enough reward for that. And they didn't really have anything else that they could have done, really. Because they spent so much time trying to make sure that they got the route. Oh well. However, I hope you all enjoyed Hansa Teutonica. Now, last thing we're going to do in the game is I'm going to quickly show you how the 2-player rules work. And then you can determine if it's something that you want to play or not. Because they're actually not included in the manual anymore. You have to go up, find the older version, and print it off. So, let's suppose Red and Blue are our 2 players, and Yellow is the neutral player. So, the neutral player automatically gets 1 cube on any space that has a bonus marker. If Yellow is blocking, say, Blue from claiming a route, Red would get to decide where the bonus cubes go. Yellow can also claim routes, but that's just to block offices. They just automatically claim the route. But that's all it does. Now, the reason I don't like the 2-player rules is because of the way the game works. And the 2-player board is just too wide open. If you block someone just for the sake of blocking them, it's kind of mean. And it's going to make that person not want to play the game with you anymore. So, I really don't recommend it. But it could be done. And I'm told that the Britain board is a little bit more conducive because it's a smaller board. So that way, if you do get in each other's way, it's less avoidable. But getting in someone else's way is very much a viable strategy in this game. One that you can take pretty tremendous, pretty big advantage of. So, I hope you folks enjoyed Hansa Teutonica. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see how the game works with one of the expansions. I've never played them, but I can see a lot of value in both of them. Just really quickly here, here's the East expansion. This is what it looks like. So this goes, it doesn't go to Novgorod. I feel furious. It stops at Königsberg. Oh well. And then there's Britannia, which is weirdly upside down. But I can see why this is actually considered to be better, because it is a little bit more compact. And there's lots of special rules for this particular game as well. But until next time, friends, we're going to be playing something totally different with Tiny Epic Zombies. This has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day. Oh no, look how upset they are that I don't have 3 bonus markers.